Alrighty, guys, going live. Said I was going to do this about an hour ago, but it didn't happen. So we'll see if anyone shows up. Understand if you don't. I'm sure there'll be one or two people by the time I'm done. Look here, I'm going to do this for about maybe 15 minutes at max 30 minutes tonight. I'm going to be talking about some victories this week that have happened. Obviously, some of you guys know about them. So I'll give it about 20 more seconds or 10 more seconds, and I'm going to get into the articles. I'm going to be reading one article coming from Sean Hannity's report, and then another one I'm going to be reading. It's coming from, that one's going to be coming from the Daily Caller. And then we can have a quick discussion and whatnot there after that. So if you guys could, hey, I see we got one person in. Do me a favor, if you wouldn't mind, hit that little on your right side, little cross button, and give me a thumbs up, and that sends a signal out in YouTube land that this is on. Hello, Miss Dina Marie. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. If you guys wouldn't mind, give me and what's the name? I wouldn't mind having you moderate for me, Dina. I gotta get with you on that exactly how to set that up because I don't quite understand, my friend. Yes, so we'll go from there. So I thank you so much for those who ever are in here. And if nobody else comes in, I completely understand because I know I'm late. Just had to do all the family stuff, all those good things. So what I'm going to do is we're going to read from. I guess I'll start with tonight's news. Obviously, the happy news that this whole Russian junk is over with. Thank God this is has finally come to an end. And then we will get into another one far as some other stuff and whatnot. So let's look at this right here. It says CNN pundits are admitting that Mueller's final report vindicates President Donald Trump, undercutting the frenzy coverage the network has given the Russian investigation since inception. Okay, and then it says on Special Counsel Robert Mueller submitted his report on Russian collusion to Attorney General Bill Barr on Friday, finally wrapping up a 22-month investigation into possible collusion between Trump campaign and Russia. Well, there was nothing with Russia. We always knew that that was a big nothing burger. So let's keep going here. And if you guys could do me a favor, give me a thumbs up if you guys wouldn't mind. That would that kind of sends a signal out there. See, we have two people in there. All right. I know it's late. I don't expect too many people to show up this late at night. Anyhow, it says to attorney. All right, I already read that part. It says while the contents of the report are not public, Miller issued no additional indictments with the submission of his report. Thank God. Okay. CNN political analyst Gloria Berger admitted that the president is vindicated. No stuff. By the conclusion of the probe, but did so in a roundabout way, focusing on the political implications for the president's past critiques of the Miller team. So they want to continue to try to keep this going and just try to see somehow, somewhere if they can, okay, hit the chest, revive it somehow, some way. We got to revive it, people. You know, and do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation for this thing, but it's dead. It's dead. It was always dead. It was always a dead dog that they were walking around with, and it's sad that people believe this junk because they have no actual discernment. And if you don't have eyes to see and ears to hear, you'll believe trash like this. Look here. If you're running for a major office in a major country, in today's world that we live in, you ought to know by now that, look here, man, they will somehow, some way be investigating me. No one in their right mind is going to try to talk to people if I know I'm going to run for office 10 years from now, there is no way in the world I'm going to be talking to people right now in other countries, in other continents, and knowing that they're going to be tracking everything I do on this thing right here. Okay, only a knucklehead would do that. Now, one of the things I wanted to get across to you guys, and I want to know what you guys think about this. What should happen to Hillary Clinton because of this? Because here's the deal. This thing could have started a war. Exactly. How many millions did they spend on this Russia? Absolutely. And it was nothing spent. It was just a bunch of crap. I'm gonna look into that tonight later on, and I might do a video on that. The money that was spent on this junk all of the millions of dollars that was spent on this trash. Oh, we got three people. Watch out now. I know it's the super late show. I should have been on about maybe 30 minutes ago, but just family stuff. If you wouldn't mind, whoever that is, give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. I'd appreciate it. So saying all that to say, um, I'm going to find that out and do some research. Exactly. I know I can look into 2018 and find out how many millions were spent. Then I'm going to tell you, I will say this, though. If you're an investigator in that, you got rich. Thank you, whoever gave. I mean, you got rich. You made some money. I knew it was nothing burger, but I have to be very honest with you guys. If I didn't have a heart and if I didn't know no better, I would have said I could do some investigation too, you guys, and got rich off that and retired. If I didn't have any morals, I'm gonna tell you this right now, because you know some people did. They got rich off that thing. I mean, they were able to start companies and everything. I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, they got rich. These people got filthy rich off that. So I'm not gonna hate on them. I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't have a fear for God, I probably would have done it. I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you. I mean, you think about it. They hire you to investigate that, and you put a whole team together. They got offices paid for, brand new computers. Um, they had rental. They had leases. Everything. They got 2-year leases. Everything, man. I mean, they were driving around in the best of the best on your dime and my dime. Go figure that one out. So I want to know from you guys. And I hope the other two people that's in here will engage with us, because I like to do more of a question and answer. What should happen? And I should say, what should the American people demand now that we see that this is a nothing burger? Because think about this, guys. Think about this. We spent millions of dollars on this, okay? And nothing. There was nothing there. So since there was nothing there, what should happen? Should Hillary Clinton, being that her and the DNC paid, okay, she paid for this whole thing, for the dossier and all this investigation, all this crap, she paid for it. Okay, should she now have to stand in a court of law, and why she did that? Demand equal investigation into absolutely. I agree with you. That should happen, because there's no way in the world you should be able to cry wolf like that. And literally, woman, you could have started a daggone superpower war unlike the earth has ever seen since Atlantis was around thousands of years ago. Gregory V, what's up? George V, hey, I'm still at work, Lee, but still watching. What's up, George, baby? Good to see you, man. All right. Thank you. And what do you guys think should happen, though? I would like to know, because think about this. I mean, literally, guys, 15 months ago, 16 months ago, we could have came to blows. And remember the stuff that was going on in Syria when Trump dropped the mother of all bombs. And for what I understand, is some of those skirmishes, some Russians died in that. I'm not going to go into deep details on that stuff, but I'm just going to say this much: there were people that died in that. Okay, there are people that are dead. Once again, I'll just so happen when this individual is involved in things, weird stuff happens. Who would be a good choice? Okay, to be, yeah, special counsel into HRC. I know that's right. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, because think about this. This lady, this happens again. Now we have people that are dead now. People are gonna say, well, they weren't American citizens. Who cares? That's a human soul. They're dead now because of this crap. you know, and it did have something to do with it, because this thing could have went hot war. It could have went hot war, people, 15, 16 months ago. All because you ran a crappy, what's going on, Dream Hunter, Trey Gowdy, wouldn't that be sweet? I know that's right. All because she ran a crappy campaign. You're a foul woman, and all of the junk, awesome shows. I know that's right. Also, all of the junk that's in your closet, all of the skeletons in your closet started coming out, and we could smell the rotten corpse that were in your closet. And people that what was interesting, even out of her own mouth. Let's touch on her for a second. Out of her own mouth, she said this. Somebody hacked my emails. Oh, I gotta kind of put a little razzmatazz to her voice. Somebody hacked my emails. No, she's like this. They hacked my emails, and then people read them, and they read the Podesta's emails. They got scared, and so then he got those votes. So now she's admitting now. Remember, she was saying from the beginning. Let's go back through time. Okay, back to 2016, right after. Remember they're saying we need to have a count. So remember, we started going through the whole count, okay? Then it starts to look like, oh, you actually didn't win Nevada. So they stopped that real quick. Oh no, because we got dead people voting, and we got people that aren't American citizens. And I got news for you. And they were flying people into the country from other countries, okay, to vote for her. That's right. Her people were smashing iPhone. Absolutely, they were. Dina, you're right. And they were flying people in from other parts of the country, okay, because they knew that okay, here's what they were doing. They were flying people into places like where they know that they're like the population is mostly Caucasian. So they knew they couldn't get any people from Central America to go in there and vote. So they were literally getting people to come into the country that maybe from the UK, maybe from just other parts of the English-speaking countries that could pass like they got their citizenship, 10, 15 years ago, and getting those people to vote. That's how dirty they are. That's how absolute dirty they are. They are dirty. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that, whoever that is. Hope you say something soon. But they are absolutely dirty. They are unfair people, and they are straight dirty. And that's just how they operate. So this woman, like I said, she almost caused a war. And then she goes on to say, they read our emails. Okay, well, what was in the emails? Oh, the old witch and the old crazy perverted stuff that you guys are doing, such as spirit cooking and all that crazy stuff in the emails, okay? Like I was telling someone today that this stuff goes back ancient, and it goes back years ago, this stuff. So people saw this ancient evil inside of your emails, lady. And people have enough sense to research this trash and see what this junk is. This junk goes all the way back, and I'm not going to get into a Bible study, start talking about Bible scriptures, but it goes all the way back to Nimrod, this stuff. This is an ancient evil, and people have enough sense. Thank God they had enough sense to do some researching for themselves. That's what separates us from the left. The left just goes for anything. Thank God the people on the right will start researching things and start looking up different terms and seeing what this stuff is. And people did that. And yes, they did get scared of you. They did. They 100% got afraid of what was going on. And you, as a leader of the most powerful nation in the world, okay, involved in that kind of crap, thank God people woke up and said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Thank God they woke up. Okay? So I just wanted to kind of put that out there real fast, because this lady, and where we made a mistake at, guys, we missed it right there. Whenever she said that, because she said that several times, we should have said, yes, your emails were hacked, and let's go back over them, what people were afraid of. Oh, what's over here? You're talking about what's going on with little children, and I won't go no further because you're intelligent and you've read them yourself, and you guys know what's inside there. I'll stop it right there. So I just had to get that out there, because we allowed them to take over the narrative when we should have took the narrative back just by simply saying, you're right, someone did hack them. Let's go look and see what people were afraid of. And had we would have done this, we would have actually shut this down about 6 months to a year ago. I want to go over another one real quick here. Open my phone back up. And in this article over here, it talks about what just happened this week on the Hill, as far as when this is some real good news, but of course, the media is not going to cover it because it's their job to cover this stuff up. And those on the, I believe anything, example, yeah, I missed everything. You're right. What a little bit I did see there, Dina. Let's look right here. I want to point this out because this is some more good news. And we need to tell people about this stuff. We have to open up people's eyes. Send them the articles, like the one, Dina, that you hipped me on to, the one gentleman. I sent that to a guy that's been kind of going back and forth. His eyes are starting to wake up. And he said, this guy is 100%. And I'm talking about Tony X. If you guys are not subscribed to his channel, subscribe to him. And if you live in his area, he's going to be going up against AOC. You need to get down there and promote this guy and vote for him, Tony X, because he has what it takes, I believe, to beat her, or to really expose what's going on to such a point where she'll end up getting out of office. Yeah. I like, Dream Hunter says, I like Tony X. Yes, absolutely. Tony X is cool. Those are, okay. So yeah, let's see here. But I want to rank this the last one for tonight. Okay, this is the Supreme Court, what the Supreme Court was saying. And this is excellent news, people. It's a short article. And the article says the United States Supreme Court handed a major victory to the Trump administration Tuesday, saying the federal government can deport illegal immigrants released from prison and detain those with criminal records. That's big, guys. Hey, what's up, Forbidden Information? How you doing? What's up, the great douchebag? It's official. It's when Forbidden Information and hey, it's good to see you guys. I got started late. I was supposed to start earlier, but you know, you have to do the family duties, the husband duties, the kids duties, and all the household duties, and take the kids out and they play with this stuff. So, you know, all that good stuff. Let me continue to read right here. It says, can deport illegal immigrants released from prison and detain those with criminal records. The Supreme Court on Tuesday handed the Trump administration a victory in its battle to clamp down on illegal immigration by making it easier to detain immigrants with criminal records, reports Fox News. The ruling that federal immigration authorities can detain immigrants awaiting deportation anytime after they have been released from prison on criminal charges represents a victory for President Trump, adds the article. And it just goes on to say that they're going to be following this closer. So this is a big victory, man. And we missed to celebrate on it. But these are some major nation, I believe, nation. So I want to know, on these two victories this week, how big are these victories? So I'm waiting for you guys. How big are these victories? What just happened this week? Obviously, the one that the president was not involved with nothing with Russia. And obviously now that those that are not here legally and are committing crimes, they can be detained now. How big were those victories? And what do you guys think is going to happen going forth now? Is this the punch that Trump was waiting for that's going to completely, let me see, for a minute, I couldn't post comments on your live stream. It kept saying I was sending you many messages. Dream Hunter says, huge. Absolutely. Absolutely. ALC believes that if you confidence control, how you are a racist against insects being in your home. I love it. You have some of the greatest comments out there, brother. Absolutely huge victories. And what do you guys think is going to happen now? How do you guys see the next 3 months unfolding? How do you guys see that unfolding? Do you guys see really the Trump train really steaming forth now? Or do you just see it just still kind of just slow victory after victory? I'm waiting for you guys. Okay, I guess no one had a comment. That's fine. Anyhow, here's what I believe. I believe now that eyes are going to finally be open. And I believe that people will finally get it. Some, not all of them, because you're still just going to have your doubting Thomases out there. But I truly believe now that going forth, let me see, the Dems will continue to resist. And absolutely, I think Trump is going to let loose on folks. Yeah, I agree with both of you guys, Tina. I absolutely agree with both of you guys. The Dems are going to continue on with their racist. And I do believe now Trump is going to unleash. Lee, do you have a PayPal? I do. And you know something? Um, I need to hook up with you, Great Douchebag, and you, Dina, and maybe you guys can help me set that up. There's some things I need to have set up. Anybody who has a pretty good hold. I am not, if you haven't figured that out yet, the most computer literate guy. I'm not illiterate, but I'm not the most computer literate guy. Okay, see, we have another person in there. If you wouldn't mind, please give me a thumbs up. So with that being said, oh, you can help. Thank you. I will have to connect with you. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, because I'm like, okay, got to figure that out. Like right now, I don't even know if the what's the name is on. I don't even know if I had set up the what was that thing? What was that thing called? The Democrat Party is getting okay desperate. They want 16-year-old absolutely illegals to vote. Absolutely, yeah, I agree. Did you guys check out Caitlin Bennett's? Check out Caitlin Bennett. I sent. I know Dina had got one and saw the one video. She did another one today where she's talking to people about the electoral vote, electoral college vote, and people are thinking that the electoral college, George V. Hopefully D class. Absolutely, I'm in agree. Absolutely, I think D class will be coming with between now and the next 2-3 weeks. I agree with you. And do me a favor, guys. When that does happen, I know we have this big movie coming out next month. By so happen coincidence, stay away from that movie. Stay away from that movie. And we've already talked about this. I like to use the code for FF, fruit flies. Okay, they want to change the outcome cause. Okay, then absolutely, but stay away from that movie, and maybe go see it in its third or fourth week. Don't see it in the opening weekend though. Be a little wise with that. Fruit flies, and you guys know what fruit flies means. FFs, okay, FFs, fruit flies. I use fruit flies as my code word for FF because back in the day they used to lie to us out here and tell us. They used to like Fantastic Love, okay, with her Millennium, yeah, those two. I love those two also. Um, they used to lie to us and tell us, "Oh yes, we got to do this right here and do that with these. We have to do all this stuff right here because if we don't do this, the we have just too many fruit flies and all this stuff like this is going to happen." Well, we've had these flies and we've had fruit on the earth for years, people. Okay, and so they would. So I use that for fake stuff. I won't use the other word because if I do, then you guys know where that'll lead to. So I call it fruit flies because of the whole crap that they were pumping out here years ago in California saying that, oh, this is going on. So we have to spray all this stuff over the fruit and just getting people sick. And it was just stupid. It was just absolute stupid. All you got to do is just pick up. Yeah, you got it, Dina. You're smart. You got it. Yeah, that's what it is. So anyhow, stay away from that and be wise with that because you got fruit flies. You know what I mean? And they're going to try to use that as a magnet for fruit flies. And you know what I'm saying? You guys are intelligent. And if you don't know, I'll tell you off air what it means. So anyway, with that going forward, yes, I do believe that the Trump train is going to steam forth. I believe that the Dems may not ever, what's about to hit when D-Class comes, it's so powerful. And if he does go full steam with this and releases what's in the D-Class, if he goes even 80, 90% of it, it is so powerful from what I understand, it could even possibly shut down certain departments within the government to the point to where if they bring those departments back, they would probably have to re-interview everyone, and some people would be immediately exterminated, far as just terminated from work. You sure can. Yeah. So that's, from what I understand, what is going on with the D-Class. That is coming. D-Class is coming. So I want you guys to just kind of keep your heads up, pay attention what's going on, because they have a bunch of crazy stuff for their final push to try to stop this movement. It's I can't go into deep detail on it because if you do that, then it's anyway, it's their platform, and that's why I'm working on my own website to where I can just do my own thing. So anyway, that's cool. I respect that. It is their platform. That's cool. So with that being said, we just want to be wise with that, guys. And we don't want to get ourselves in a position to where we're not paying attention. You know what I mean? And you guys, all of you people are intelligent and you know better. Next thing. So we see that now, big hits right there. Boom. These guys are going to get arrested that have committed crimes. And I'm not wishing evil on any human being, but hey, you're committing crimes and you're here illegally, didn't go through the proper channels to be here. Unfortunately, they're going to be sent back. You know, unfortunately, I don't celebrate on that. Some people do that. I don't do that. Like I said, I don't agree with how the Dems have been using them and using people to try to gain power and literally bring the whole world into slavery. Have any of you guys done any real research on TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership? Have any of you guys done any research on that and looked into it? Because that's what they are trying to fight for. That's what they're trying to bring in is TPP. No? Okay, good. I may have to do a little thing on that then. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, that's what this whole thing is about. Okay, I'll try to sum it up to you within 2-3 minutes. Just a quick introductory to it. Okay, I'll give you a quick. What's up, Jeff Gray, my man? NAFTA on. That's right, baby. NAFTA on steroids. That's Jeff. That's my man right there. Good to see you, Jeff Gray. Absolutely, it is. It is NAFTA on steroids, 100%. And I'll break it down to you real quick. Essentially, what it was going to do is this. Okay. It was going to basically, they needed the borders to come down, okay? Then they were going to start, one of the things they were doing, and I know I'm skipping a lot of stuff, but I'm going to try to just give you some basic nut and bolts so you can then do your own research after that. They were going to import people from other countries, okay? So they would import people from other countries to start replacing Americans, because Americans are not going to work for, Americans will know that they're worth $30, $35 an hour. They were going to pay the person coming from the other country 16, 17, maybe at max, more like probably like 14, 50, 15 bucks an hour. That was one of the reasons why they were pushing for minimum wage to be at $15 an hour in places like California and other blue cities around the country. So that's one part of it. The next thing what was going on is it gave corporations complete power to literally sue states if they got in their way and prevented them from prospering. So if that state came out with laws that would prevent their corporation from making money, basically they could sue nation states. It essentially gave the authority of what we do as far as hiring. I'm not going to even repeat that. Douchebag, you are too much. It basically gave, you messed me up with that one. It basically gave the corporations, this is funny, I like doing this. It gave the corporations basically the ability to essentially move politicians out of the way. So the politicians were going to take your vote and my vote, okay, and then use our vote to empower corporations to reign as supreme and as just a corporate dominant body to shape the country in the direction that they wanted to. And essentially, over the next however many hundreds of years until Christ came back, this whole place would have just been a complete slavery. So it was basically slavery, giving you a little paycheck. And then that's when we get into the whole 5G. Okay, so now, yeah, exactly. So now what it did was this now, and I'm missing a lot of things. So when you do your research, you're going to say, Lee, you didn't say this, you didn't say, I know that. I'm trying to just give you some basic nuts and bolts of it. So now here's the next thing what it did. Now we get to the 5G cities. Okay. So The 5G city functions like this. It basically now, these people that they've imported in to these major cities around the world to come work and replace you and I, and then we're forced to have to take those jobs. Okay, someone said, well, I'll just start a business. No, you won't just start a business, because in order to get business license and everything, what they were going to do, they were going to charge you for all your different licenses and everything a ridiculous amount of money, like 10, 15, $25,000. Okay, you go read the pages. It's about like 13,000 something pages of it. It's some radical stuff in there. So that was one thing that they're going to do. So you weren't going to be able to get away and start a business, okay? Because whatever business you're going to do, the big mega corporations like the Walmarts, the Amazons, the Targets, all of those corporations were just going to dominate all that. And you and I weren't going to have a chance, okay? So now we have the 5G cities. Everyone now from the rural areas in every country gets pushed in to the 5G areas, okay? In the 5G areas, basically, you get instructed to do certain work. This is kind of how China operates. And then with that, I'm just kind of skipping through. Then that's where we get to the social credit score. Do any of you guys know about the social credit score and how that operates? Give me a, I don't know, put something, a thumbs up or a one on the screen if you guys know what, give me a thumbs up if you know what the social credit score and how that operates. And I'll break that down to you real quick. I'm skipping over a lot of stuff. Every last one of these things are like 5 videos. Okay. If you are, so versus you have a low social credit score, that's right. And it makes it harder for you to do things like, yep, you got to read what Jeff Gray said. Dream Hunter said, kind of like China. Basically, yeah, exactly what Dina said, like China. So I'll give you a nutshell how that kind of works. You have the whole thing with the project thing, which sorry, Lee, it's okay. It's okay. No, that's why we're here to have discussion. So here's how it works. Okay, social credit score. I'll give you a basic, easy one part of it. Okay, how many of you guys have a Apple something? Okay, like an Apple tablet. How many of you guys have an Apple tablet or something? If you do, say yes or no, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Here's how it works. Right now on Apple, I have an Apple tablet, and the Apple tablet does this. So, okay, so Dina, you may have seen this. Dina, have you seen this? At a certain day of the week, it'll say, okay, your percentage is up from how much you used your tablet last week. I don't know if you've seen that yet with your tablet, but it does that. Okay. Mine said it was up 77% because I research, I read things. Okay, good. You've seen it. So you know what I'm talking about. Good. So we can go from here. So what happens is this. It says, Lee, your usage was up. So now, Lee, because your usage is up, or we'll say, I'm just going to say, person A, your usage was up. So now, person A, since your usage is up, your credit score is going to go lower now. So now what's going to happen is when you try to go to another city to go visit your mom or your cousin or whoever, and let's say you're going to take a Greyhound bus or a plane, you go to buy your ticket. Yeah, it gives a weekly percentage of your usage. That's right. That's right. You 100%, Dina. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Hope you guys saw that. So what happens is now person A now goes over and wants to go visit his mother in another 5G city. Notice 5G. 5G social credit score, TPP. All of it works together. It's one big, all the different tentacles of it. Basically the mark of the beast system. So what happens now is this. They go and they try to go to another city to go visit their mom or whoever. And they tell them, oh, your score 3 weeks ago was at, we're just going to say 8, which was necessary. But we notice now you're at only 6 3/4. You're about you're a point and a half or so away. You got to get your score up. Sorry, we can't let you on. However, though, we do have these cars or whatever you can rent out. But no, you're not allowed to travel on the plane because you're not playing ball the way they want you to play ball. You get what I'm saying? So that's what's going on in a nutshell, how TPP, the 5G cities, and the social credit score operates. The unfortunate people on the left don't understand what they're voting for. And this is why we are the new media, and it's up to us to wake these people up. I discussed the TPP with a lawyer I'm acquainted and with. He told me that he wouldn't even get 10 until 10. God, I wish I mean, I need to see that again. That was good what you just wrote up there, Jeff. It says, I'm acquainted with, okay, even to get see what was in the TPP until 10 years after it was signed into law. That is correct. You're 100% right. They were hiding it for everyone. That's right. Absolutely powerful point, Jeff. And you're right on the money. And that's what they were trying to do. And they didn't want us to see it. It was actually signed in secrecy. All of this stuff is going on now. They're still trying to push the 5G networks. I would encourage you guys right now, try to buy land right now, even if it's just 1 acre, away from a 5G city. And especially if you can find an old house that's already on it. So if you find an acre of land, and let's say if the house is kind of beat up, and say it's only worth 35 grand, that's good because you're grandfathered in with that land, okay? You're grandfathered in with that land to rebuild that house and get away from the 5G cities. So I'm kind of in the works of working on some things like that right now. Hopefully in the next 24 months or so, I'll see the fruit of my labor as I'm slowly working towards that. Didn't Trump say 5G was good? Yeah, he did. And even some of his people like myself and others were telling him that the 5G, because it doesn't stop at 5G, it actually ends up going up to 6G. 5G has been proven to hurt people. And I know Trump was saying it was good. Now, all you got to be kind of, we have to kind of say, Trump sometimes kind of just goes along with them to say, yeah, yeah, yeah. He kind of does that. And then he turns away and says, nope, we're not going to go with that. So hopefully that's the case. And hopefully his team is looking at this stuff because it's not good. There are other ways that we can have faster internet without 5G. I don't have a problem with 5G if it's in a warehouse way out in the desert and there's really no one working inside there and it's just all automated in the desert and there's just stuff in there and people aren't in there and it can't hurt anyone. I get it in something like that. But far as in an actual whole city functioning like that, that's crazy, man. Those kind of waves going out, that's crazy. Okay, I remember Trump, okay, reviving up, identifying, so making it hurt. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'm praying to God that that's what he's doing, that he's just saying 5G, 6G is good. I think he's a pretty smart man and I see him as an intelligent person. And I think he knows that this stuff will really hurt people in the long run. I think if it's done right, I think 5G can work if it's done by the correct cabling. And that's the problem with the major corporations. They are not going to want to spend the money to do this stuff right. That's the issue with them. They'll just say, hey, we're just going to do whatever we're going to do, and that's it. And they don't care about nobody. So we just have to kind of, pray about this stuff and pray that God, that Trump is on the right path and that he sees that, no, we can't do this. So I just want to shoot that out there. Anything that you guys want to discuss before I get ready to shut it down in the next 6 minutes? I'm going to shut it down in 45 minutes. Anything going on? Is there a particular topic you guys want to discuss real quick? But those are just some things in a nutshell. If you guys want, if you want me to do a thing on TPP, give me a thumbs up whatnot there, and I'll do a whole live stream dedicated to TPP if you guys want that. Because I like to do stuff where we have educated discussions, not just what I want to speak. It's not about me. It's about helping all of us grow. I'm not in this thing. That's okay. That sounds good, Dream Hunter. Okay, I'll do that then. Absolutely. I'm not in this to become a personality. If I want to do that, trust me, I know how to slang that stuff. Okay, I can go right out there and get back into sports and just find out what's going on and study for about 6 months or 8 months or so and have me 1 million followers. I'm not in this for that. Okay. Bigly, okay, okay, cool. I'll do it then. Okay, we'll do it then. Yeah, we'll talk about the 5G and we'll talk about TPP and all that stuff. Cool, and we'll get into that and educate them because that's what they're still trying to bring in. You guys know that 5G cities, along with the Green New Deal, they're trying rapidly to destroy our freedom. Absolutely, and it's to bring. Because see, you guys have to understand, people. They're trying to. Jesus, should I say this? Give me the words, Lord, how to say this. Okay, they want to. I spend hours every day researching. Okay, it's a good thing I work from home. Otherwise, I'd never have to. I know that's right, girl. It is hard. My friend George and I. George is. You guys saw him on a good dude, and I hit him up. George does a lot of reading as well, and I'll ask him questions. He asks me questions and things like that, and he's a real smart brother. And to stay up on all this stuff, it's impossible. That's why we all need each other. No man or no woman has all the answers. If they say they do, make sure you run and make sure the only thing they see is your behind and elbows out the door. Okay, so no, nobody has all the answers. No one does. That's why we need each other. But yeah, I'll do that thing. We can get into the TPP and start talking about that. Yes, it's good to team up. That's right, and share. That's what it's all about. Like we were sharing, like I was sharing with Dina the other day about what's the name? About Soapbox. And I may not necessarily agree with them on everything over there, but there's, for far as I'm concerned, they're smart people. And there are a lot of things I do agree with them on. Some things they say, like, I don't disagree, but I'm not going to go out there and start writing blogs about them, doing videos. I disagree with you. I can't stand when people do that. I just think they're so arrogant. I can't get into that. I'm about trying to work with people in us gathering, because if you're not gathering with each other, that means you're scattering. And we don't want to do that. Okay? We don't want to. That's right. Forbidden. I love forbidden information. I don't know if you guys have all subscribed. I think all of you guys are, but I love her and respect her and what she's trying and what she's doing and everything what she's doing over there. But with that being said, yeah, we'll get into that. If I do a live stream tomorrow, I'll talk a little bit more about thanks forbidden information. You're awesome. And we'll get into that a little bit more tomorrow, because we have to discuss these things. That's what the whole borders are about. Why they want them down. It's to bring in TPP and replace you and I. Okay? And then it's to bring everyone in the 5G city and then eventually replace you, period. And you're smart. You know what I just said right there. I'm not going to use that language on this platform. A.M. Fleming, what's up? Hello, party time. I'm so ready to put this. What's up? So that's what's going on, though, people. That's what's up. What's up with the 5G, the TPP, okay, 5G, the TPP, and the whole social credit score, how they work together. So I just want to give you a quick nutshell of how each one of those, we could do like 5 live stream on each one and discuss that. So, like I said, kind of keep your eyes open too. And they want to take away our guns so that there's no possibility we could do anything to stop them. That's right. Because see, that takes away pretty much our ability to operate and continue to keep our rights, as far as the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Third Amendment, the Fourth, all of our amendment rights. It wants to that will absolutely keep us from saying, no, this is what my First Amendment right is. No, this is what my Second Amendment right is. No, this is what my Third Amendment right is. So if you can't defend yourself, they can just take all of your amendments and just throw them right out the window. And you're what? You're just basically you're like a person with no teeth. Just, that's all you are. You have no bite anymore. And that's what the leftists are doing. They're getting rid of their teeth and they got no bite. They're just going to be big dogs with a loud bark, with no teeth and no bite. And that's essentially what you are when you cannot properly defend yourself. And that's why the founding fathers put that in there. They put that in there because they knew from their experience of where they came from overseas. They knew. These people fully understood. Okay, thank you, whoever that was that gave me a thumbs up. Thank you, another 8% there. These people fully understood, guys, that, hey, we've seen the tyranny of kings and how the rulership of queens have operated. And we don't like it. And we don't want our children to live like that. I heard a person say this before, and they said something really interesting. They said, we should live for a generation we would never see. I believe it was Bill Johnson that said that. Lee, I'm so impressed with my new governor, Ron DeSantis. We Floridians are lucky to have. That's right. That's right. I'm jealous of you guys. I was praying for you guys and making videos about that. And I said, man, can a brother stop by? I'm jealous of you guys. You guys have a great governor and a great team. And keep those people in prayer. And don't forget to pray for your policemen, your teachers. These are people that are forgotten about in our society. Our teachers, our governors, people like that that keep our country moving. I have to deal with Coma. I know that's right. Now that right there is an interesting human being. I don't know what is up with that dude and that dude, man, dude. He's oof. My governor just signed the heartbeat bill this week. Okay, I can't wait to move. Okay. She said, I can't wait. He already, okay, so I know that's that. I'm stuck with Gavin Poop. Oh my goodness. So I guess some of us are praying then that this D class will maybe take down some of these rotten people in society. Tragic, so many young people in our country, particularly our citizens, do not know their rights. You're 100% correct. You're right. And they treat it like it's nothing. And you guys should go and see Caitlin Bennett's video she did. She went and she was talking to people about the electoral college, okay? And she was saying, she was saying Elizabeth Warren wants to get rid of the electoral college. She said, is it horrible that the kids that go to that college, she says this, she goes, oh, you said it good. She goes, isn't it horrible that the people who go to the electoral college will not have a college anymore to go to? And people were agreeing, oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's just horrible. They're not going to have a college to go to. She shouldn't be able to do that. They thought the electoral college was a college until she would tell them the electoral college is how our system operates in America and how we bring in a new president every 4 years or every 8 years. So they actually thought it was a college. And these were young millennials, like 18, 19, 20, 22-year-old people, 23-year-old people. And they have no idea. And they just go for, yeah, Beto. Yeah, Beto works. Yeah, Beto's cool. He's cool. Okay, then when they use his real name and they say, is it horrible that this guy they go, I love it when she did this. She said, isn't it horrible that he went out there and he ran over these people and hurt these people over here? She said, and he wants to run for office. And they go like, oh, that man shouldn't be able to run for office. That man, she goes, what if I told you that this man right here is Beto O'Rourke? They're like, oh, really? And she's like, yeah, that's Beto O'Rourke. But they do no research. You see what I mean? They just believe whatever CNN says and whatever their favorite movie star and whatever Jay-Z and Beyonce says, we're going to go with it. That's how they operate. They're lost souls. So we need to pray for these people and open up their eyes and scratch off whatever is on their eyes and wake them up. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and shut this off right now. If I can, I may get up about 5 or 6 o'clock my time and do another live stream in the morning. And I'm considering doing, okay, the Great Dish. I'm considering doing live streams early in the morning because I know there's so many people on in the evening. So I may try it out once this week. So probably tomorrow. So keep your ears open for me. So anyhow, God bless you. I love you all. And let me just say a quick prayer. Father God, I pray, God, that you would bless, protect, and keep everyone here, God. And if there's anything that anyone needs to repent of, God, reveal it to them and give them the strength to. God bless you in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, love you guys. I know it's 9 a.m. I know it is late out there. So anyhow, Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for coming by. I really appreciate you. And remember, we are a community. It's not about me. You are just as important as I am. And I want to encourage you guys at that. And I want to encourage you guys to support all patriots and watch their videos. You know, okay, absolutely. I'll be in touch with you, Dina, because I need help from you and the great douchebag on that stuff that we talked about. And I just want to let you know this: support all patriots. Go and give everyone a thumbs up. Remember, people, we're not like the left guys. Remember that. We're not caught up in that we want it to look a certain way. This is that. Is the information accurate? And is it coming from the heart? And are they really trying to help our president and save our country? If you're doing that, then that's a good video to me. So I want you to know that. All right. ALC believes it's racist to tell the turtle it's slow. You too much, boy. I love you guys. Anyway, God bless you. I'll see you guys at the next one. Hopefully tomorrow morning.